I've been interning for Black Classic Press with W. Paul Coates and his team. What I've really learned here is that passion, purpose, and mission really drives a press. And at Black Classic Press, they really live it. And it begins with who W. Paul Coates is and his driving force, and thinking about him as he began in the military.
And so I went into the military at 17. I went into the military as quickly as I could get in there. I lied about my age. And so that becomes, as far as I'm concerned, that's what sets me on my path of understanding the world. It's in the military that I understood and came to understand Blackness.
Along the journey, Paul Coates finds himself in Baltimore and also with the Black Panther Party.
My place in the world was a place where it was essential to engage with Black people and engage with Black people in terms of struggling as an entity and as an identity, for that matter. It was no longer acceptable just to be a person or a citizen of the United States. Now I'm a citizen of Blackness. And that consciousness came out of Baltimore. It came out of being in Baltimore. My involvement in the Black Panther Party was a direct, influence, had a direct influence on that. In leaving the Black Panther Party, I still was guided by that need to be a citizen of Blackness. All of that happened as a result of being in Baltimore.
Coates thanks his mother for raising him. He also thanks his second wife for helping him raise the ideas that he had regarding, his future with the business. And now he shares a few insights from life with his second wife.
Taking a nest, she's also got enough love in her heart for all my children, so she makes a home for me. She makes a home for me. And she makes a home for me to live through the new ideas that I have about building a prison program first, that will lead to a bookstore, and then a publishing program, and then eventually a printing company. Because she provides that foundation for me to have a home and for me to have some security, and I can go forward like that, and for me to have a partner in this endeavor, in my thinking.
Along Coates' timeline, what I'm really learning is that the foundational pieces of the press, of the people who put it together and the people who continue it, all merge together to really push forward the mission of the press.
Black Classic Press is probably at its high right now. You have to remember, this started as a vision in coming out of the Black Panther Party as a prison program and as an idea. So here we are now. We are about 40, almost 45 years later, I think it is 45, 46 years later. And we're not looking, well, we are looking at the idea, but we're looking at the idea manifested.
Yes.
Okay? The idea now has flesh on it. The idea is housed in a building. The idea of publishing books for people.
Black Classic Press remains to focus on its core of producing works that should stay in the traditional realm of Black history and knowledge.
I am particularly excited about material that has been published and is lost. I'm excited about bringing that material back, using that material to expand a contemporary generation's, a current generation's knowledge of itself. It's like linking, it's like a link between the now and the past. It's like bringing those two together, and in bringing them together, it serves as a confirmation of the now. It serves as a testimony of the now. So I'm real excited about that, and Black Classics Press place in the world today. BCP Digital Printing is a real entity also. It's housed, it produces books every day, it produces thousands of books a week for people all over the country. So this is a part of Black Classic Press, and this is why I'm saying this is a high, Janine.
With history and tradition in mind, Black Classic Press follows in the legacy of Boston's David Walker.
We stand, Black Classic Press that is, stands inside of a tradition. So like I think what I'm doing, like I'm conceiving this publishing company, I'm conceiving this bookstore, I'm conceiving this printing company. I'm thinking that these are great ideas and they're new ideas to me. I didn't really understand that I had seen these things in operation before. And I shouldn't say I didn't understand them. I had seen them in operation before. I did understand the importance, but I did not understand how much of a tradition they were and how essential they were to our history, and how the booksellers, people who dealt with books, people like David Walker, who in 1829 served as his own publisher to produce pieces like David Walker's Appeal. 1829, one of our foundational documents of Black politics, our document of continued resistance, because that's what he called for in 1829. He was calling for resistance against enslavement. He was calling for resistance against slavery. But he was also calling for the expression and the uplift of Black people so that they reached and achieved their human potential. See, so he's doing this in 1829, and he's doing it as a Black author, he's doing it as a Black publisher, he's doing it as a Black bookseller.
In my time at Black Classic Press, I have learned that mission, purpose, and passion all merge and intersect in the publishing company through all of the voices of authors who tell the stories. This is why we listen, this is why we learn, and this is why we keep coming back for more.